And we don't wash or dry our wool.
We do not wash. 10 years ago, I washed a sweater. The woman who has never forgotten. She'll never forget, okay? I know now. Welcome back to the Knit List.
I'm Christy.
And I'm Caitlyn.
And this week we're talking Isabell Kraemer.
Isabell Kraemer.
Isabell Kraemer. And we are talking about the very first big knitting project I ever did. And I've been knitting since the 9th grade, and I've knit a sweater, and I've knit hats, and I've messed around, and I've knit half sweaters and longer sweaters, and I've tried. But in 2015, I decided that I had really wanted to make this project. I saw it online, I bought the pattern, I printed it out, and I looked at it, and I thought, okay, it's time. I'm going to actually go into the evil yarn shop. This is the yarn shop that I went into where they wouldn't wind the wool for me.
The evil yarn shop.
Look, please, do you mind? I don't mind. If you can't, I'll do it. What, are you crazy? And I bought the wool, and I remember it being sticker shock at the expense, and it was for the pattern Ingrid. And I am wearing the sweater today.
It's really pretty.
Thank you.
I love it. I was just telling her when she put it on upstairs, I was just saying, I love the little pop of yellow. I don't know if it's yellow or like a lime green. I don't know, but it's an extra, this little like oomph. And I think the entire sweater is beautiful. I also love the pattern on the bottom of the sleeves.
I did this myself. This wasn't on the original pattern, and I really dislike this.
Oh, you do?
I feel like it blocks it, like it takes away. I don't know. Every time I wear it, I look at that and I think, gosh darn it, I wish I didn't put that on there.
You feel like it distracts from the top part?
Yep.
I understand, but I also think it's a fun little addition. I do think it's very cute, and it's different. That wasn't part of the pattern. You did that yourself?
Yes, correct. Yep.
Yeah, so this is fully one of a kind. It's your own pattern-ish. Not really, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's your own design, and I love it. I think it's really cute.
So now we're 10 years on, and it has held up so well. The yarn is classic Elite Yarns Mountaintop Mohawk wool. And it does have some polyester, and it does have some pilling right now, but I mean, after 10 years.
That's 10 years old. That sweater looks fantastic. It's pilling a bit, but it's not bad. You wouldn't look at that and go, oh my God, I can't wear that. It's pilling so much. It looks great.
Well, thank you. I just bought a new D-pillar, so I'm going to take care of it. I wear this every fall. It's really just a fall sweater because of the brown, I think. But I'm going to cut you off.
I kind of disagree. I think that would also be cute in springtime. It's not like a dark brown. It's got nice, bright purple and yellow. I think it'd also be very beautiful in the springtime.
Well, I'll tell you a couple things. First of all, I picked out all my own colors. If you see the original Ingrid pattern, it had this, I don't know, just beautiful, it just drew me in completely. And so it was the first time I've knit color work. And what I did was I read the pattern upside down. So this is actually upside down.
That's funny. I mean, nobody would know. I wouldn't know. Maybe somebody would know.
Maybe Isabelle would know. But
Isabell Kraemer might know, but I love it.
This part is, I always picture kind of like princessy, like it's supposed to be up near the neck. And I picked out these colors, and I knew enough to know to have a pop of color. And so I knit that in with the dark and the light purple. And it remains one of my most favorite sweaters, and also one of my most, because of my memories of thinking about not being sure if I should, spend the money. I think I spent like $120 on the wool, and can I do it? And I thought, well, of course I can do it. I'm just going to read the pattern and do it. And it was so fun because it's top down as usual with her. There are German short rows, which I didn't know what they were. And I, looked them up and figured it out. Remember I told you German short rows, you go back and forth on the back of the sweater. So it adds a little bit of length. So you have a little bit of length like the orange sweater.
Okay.
So there's German short rows and color work and learning how to do sleeves. And the most fun part about a top-down sweater is that when you get to the sleeve separation part. All of Isabell Kraemer's designs that I have knit so far, and I have knit so many, and I know that I should branch out, and I do knit other designers, but they just fit so well. They all just fit so well.
She knows what she's doing.
She really does. She really, really does.
Shout out Isabell Kraemer.
Yeah. So from there, I got so, confident that I started thinking more about my knitting and thinking, well, gosh, if I can do that and read a pattern, then I could use her pattern and do my own design. And so that's what I did with this sweater, which I really, really love.
I didn't even realize you did your own design. Or
Well,
own pattern, your own pattern. You took her design and did your own pattern.
Yep. I copied this pattern from, I think, a book of Fair Isle knitting. So this is not my design either. But I decided to knit another one in purple, top down, just getting the hang of it, and absolutely loved it. I still love the way this fits. However, I used on this one so the same brand, Classic Elite Yarns. This one is Fresco, Elite Fresco. And it's also 10 years old. And look at how bad it's pilling. And it started pilling like this almost the minute I started wearing it. So I've really not been able to wear this very often.
Why is it the type of yarn, or why did it start pilling like that?
I don't know. Let's hold it up.
Hold it in front of you, though.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. Tom, my son, was working on it for me, and look at how good that looks. I bought a new depiller, but this is a huge challenge for any device. So this took quite some time.
You bought a new.
Yep. Yep. I really love the feminine look of this one. I love the light green with the purple. And it fits really, really well. It fits so well, but gosh darn it, the pilling.
Yeah, I'm really curious as to why it's so bad on this one, because have you used this yarn for other sweaters?
No, and I won again.
Okay, so it's the yarn.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering if you'd maybe done another sweater in the same yarn and that was fine. And was this just like a fluke, batch of yarn,
Right.
So yeah, it's something about the yarn you used.
Yep, it's the yarn. So not going to recommend it, but I do like the purple, and it is such a great fit. It really fits well. So that is that.
What was the yarn you used for that that's pilling so badly?
The Classic Elite Fresco.
That's right. Okay.
Yep. Classic Elite Fresco. I'm really kind of excited, though, because we've made progress today with a new depiller that I am going to be able to wear this week for the first time in years. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it.
Yeah, look at that, and then look at what after Tom did it. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. That looks beautiful.
Yeah.
So I think you'll absolutely be able to wear that again. Just got to depill it, and that looks good as new.
It'll be interesting to wear it again and see if it pills that badly
again.
So yeah, I'm excited. So that does give me hope. We have a really old house, and it gets really cold in the wintertime. When it's cold, it gets really cold. I put dog sweaters on the dogs when we go to bed at night or during the day. And I have worn this as over my pajamas, for an extra layer in the heart of winter here in the Pacific Northwest, which really doesn't get that cold. But there are some weeks in February where it does.
It does sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
It absolutely does. And that's great. At least it's warm. And once it's depilled, it will be good as new, and you'll be able to wear it out again. And that's exciting because it's a beautiful sweater, and I hate for it to just sit in a drawer because it's pilled and you can't wear it. It deserves to be worn.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. So
I think it's going to be fantastic.
That's my own fault. That is my own fault for not researching and doing that. I had another one and it just didn't work. So anyway, because it's really bad.
It is bad. That's a lot of pilling.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not, you wouldn't want to wear that out.
Such a bummer. Otherwise, this pattern's so great that I decided then as my knitting was progressing and I, was learning stuff, I thought it's time for me to steek something. So
for the beginners out there, can we remind what steek means?
Steeking is when you knit something in the round and cut up the middle. So you have color work or cable work or whatever, just in the round and round and round. And you leave, I always like to leave about 7 stitches in the middle that you just are nothing stitches. Reinforce those with, people have all these reinforced with crochet cable and all this stuff. I just take a needle and some yarn, thin yarn, and reinforce it. And then you cut it. And then you have an opening and you suddenly have a cardigan.
Oh, you quite literally cut it. I get it.
Yep.
Okay.
And so I made a steeked Ingrid. I call this my steeked Ingrid. And I made this with Swan's Island Azure. And this is fabulous, fabulous yarn. It's wool. It doesn't itch. It doesn't pill. It is so fabulous. It feels so great, and it's strong, and it's from Maine, USA, and I just love it. And I think it did a really, really great job of holding up. And here goes where, hi, want to come up here?
Tammy's back. We knew he'd be back.
This is where I have my issue again, and this is purely my own fault. This sweater is not made to be steeked. It's just not. This does not sit right. It has this beautiful collar, and when I cut it to wear it, it flops open. It doesn't have, this is just all part of learning. And I think knitting project after project after project, you learn. And I have learned that this was not the appropriate sweater to steek because I can't wear it closed very easily. It just doesn't feel right on me. And I can't wear it open because if I wear it open, it absolutely just flops like this. And then who wants to see that?
So that was meant, or that should have just been a sweater.
Yep.
Like no buttons, nothing, just a pullover sweater like that.
And it would have been so great.
It still is great. It is beautiful.
Look, I would have gotten the pattern right. Like the color work I love. I didn't put anything on the end. The wool is fantastic, and I screwed it up by making it into a steeked cardigan that I never wear.
What made you do that? Why'd you decide you just wanted a cardigan? Is that why? And
just wanted to do it, you know?
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
Just wanted to do it.
It is beautiful.
You had it on.
I had it on. I think it's gorgeous. It just is, yeah, it's wide at the top. And it does kind of like, the top buttons kind of flop.
Do you remember, this is the same one that I had like little pearl buttons on.
Yes, I do remember.
And so I thought it wasn't holding together because the buttons weren't big enough. And so I put these green ones on and it still doesn't. So it's a big bummer to me. If anybody has any idea out there what to do to fix it, I would really appreciate it because it's beautiful. And this is one of Isabelle's first patterns. And it deserves so much more credit than it gets with my ridiculous steeking just to see if I could steek. And I absolutely think it's a wonderful pattern, and I haven't knit this anymore. I might do another one. She did expand this pattern into the Amu, which is the Thanksgiving one that I knit, the white one with the turtleneck, which I also have knit 3 times. So fabulous. We love Isabell Kraemer.
Is there a way, I mean, some of you are probably going to be yelling at your phone because, sorry, I don't know anything. Is there a way to put it back together and make it a sweater again? Like, not a cardigan, or no? It's too far gone.
I know my mom's watching with who sews. Mom. Mom.
Mother, please help me.
No, it would look dumb because you'd have a seam up the middle.
Yeah.
You could make it into a V-neck, like a seam up the middle into a V-neck.
Yeah.
But no. No. Helaas, pindakaas, they say in Dutch. Nope. So there you go. Lesson learned, lesson learned.
Lesson learned. It's beautiful though. You did a great job.
Yep.
And you tried, was that the first time you would?
I mean, thank you. I don't mean yep. I mean, thank you.
Was that the first time that you steeked a sweater?
Yes.
Okay. So you were just excited to try something new, and who cares? You did it. I mean, yeah, I know it's a lot of work. You're like, what do you mean, who cares? But
it's 10 years old.
It's still cool that you just did it though.
Thank you.
You know, that you learned something new, how to steek, even though it didn't work out for that sweater.
Yeah.
You still learned how to do something new. So
thank you.
Something good and all the bad, right?
Yeah.
What else? What are we working on? Oh, today we went to the Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival.
The OFFF.
If you will. It was very fun. I had a great time. How about you?
Oh, it was so much fun. So this is the first time I've ever been to a Flock and Fiber Festival. It was really fun.
It was really fun.
We left early in the morning from Portland. We drove to Albany, Oregon.
There was a lot of yarn. Like too much yarn. Like so much yarn that you go there wanting to buy yarn and it's like, well, what do I buy? There's options from booth to booth to booth, which is amazing. And all these really small and like family-owned businesses that were there. I love that we got to support those instead of just buying from some like big company online or whatever.
I agree.
And meet them. Shout out Kate. I hope you're watching. Our friend Kate from
Bethel Creek Wool Works. Bethel Creek Wool Works.
Yes, Kate, you were amazing. And that is the only station we actually bought our wool from today.
Right.
We had a lot of options. We were looking for certain things. Kate was like the first or second booth we saw, and we knew we were going to come back. We went through the entire thing, and everybody had amazing, amazing stuff. But we got to the end, and we're like, we got to go back to Kate. So, Kate, we love ya.
So friendly, so warm, and such beautiful wool. Well, there was so much beautiful wool there. I was going there, I'm sorry, kind of not expecting much. I was thinking it would be like a little like church convention center and like some booths set up. But holy cow, it was huge and there were so many vendors. And I wished I had gone with a plan in my head of a sweater I wanted to knit or a project.
That's what we'll do next year. We've decided we know when it's coming around. We're going to prepare ahead of time and know what we want to knit and what we need wool for and get it.
Absolutely. That's exactly what our plan is. I decided, well, I'm going to buy enough wool for a sweater from Kate. And I told her we'll come back next year, see you next year, and I'm going to be wearing my sweater.
Yeah, now you have to. Now you absolutely have to. Kate's going to be waiting.
This is what I bought from her. And this is a chocolate brown, if you can't see very well because of the lighting. It is 70% alpaca, 30% wool. So it is extremely silky soft. I know that will then have a lot of drape to it. So I'm going to have to figure out exactly what I'm going to knit with it. But I bought enough for a sweater. I'm really kind of excited. I have ideas in my head already, but I have a few projects I need to get through. So she is from Langlois, Oregon. I've never even heard of it.
Never heard of it. Lived here. We both lived here. We're from here
forever
and never heard of it.
And I think that it's down, didn't she say, isn't she the one who said it's down by Bandon?
By Bandon, yes. So Southern Oregon coast.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Is that even Southern? I think it is more Southern Oregon. Yeah.
I think it's like the very tip, like before California. Anyway, gorgeous, gorgeous. I mean, it feels so good. I cannot wait. And then Caitlyn bought something as well.
Okay, so I also got some wool. I'm going to try to knit my husband a hat. If you've been watching our podcast, you know I have 0 full successful projects so far. Still working on my cowl. It's practice. I'm just doing it. This one I'm going to actually have a pattern or is it a pattern?
It's a pattern.
It's a pattern. Okay. And I'm going to try to knit my husband a hat. He wanted black. We walked around the entire place, couldn't find black. This is as close as we're going to get. I think this will look great. It's like a dark gray. Really pretty.
Feels so good.
Super soft.
Mm-hmm. Not itchy wool.
Mm-mm. And it came from Poppy. But this also is Bethel Creek Wool Works as well. 100% local wool. Kate, if you're watching, can you leave a comment and let us know exactly what this is?
It's from Poppy.
It's from Poppy. But yeah, I'm very excited to attempt to knit a hat, and we'll see how it is. I'll show you my whip once I get it going, and we'll go week by week. I mean, hopefully it doesn't take too long. I don't know. How long do hats take to knit? Well, a beginner, not you.
I'll take a couple weeks. Look, there's still like grass and stuff from the...
Oh, there is!
A hat shouldn't take too long, and there is no try. You're just going to do it.
I'm just going to do it.
I sound like Yoda.
I'm just going to do it, and like I said, I'm making this for my husband, so even if I mess it up, he has to wear it because we live together and we're married, and he loves me, And so even if he just wears it to the car on his way to work and then takes it off in the car, I'll never know. As long as it's on his head and I can make it fit and I can make it look decent, then I'll call that a win.
It's going to be great. And we don't wash or dry our wool.
We do not wash. 10 years ago, I washed a sweater. The woman who has never forgotten. She'll never forget. Okay? I know now. Don't yell at me in the comments. I know. I'm aware we don't wash or dry our wool. And I will never do it again.
We're gonna have a separate podcast about that.
We're going to have a private conversation about that when the podcast's over.
So my work in progress remains my test knit for Isabell Kraemer. It's called the Blue Bayou. It is not a secret knit. I asked specifically and I was told it's okay to talk about it. It's due in less than a month. So I had less than a month to do it. I started this a week ago yesterday and I've gotten this far.
So far. It looks so good. I'm obsessed with the color. I'm obsessed with the pattern. I think it's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. And I look at how it's the same oatmeal color as the sweater.
I was just going to say it's very similar as the one you're wearing right now. It's fantastic. I can't wait to see it done. I can't believe you've done that much in a week. That blows my mind.
Well, thank you. And it's a really wonderful wool, this soft halo. I'm going to put it in the comments what it is. It's from Maine and I completely forgot the name of it. I think it's Jager. I keep wanting to say Jagermeister, but that's of course not what it is. But it's a discontinued wool and it is just soft and stunning. And I wonder how good it's going to feel when it's completely finished. I think it's going to be fantastic.
I think so too. When you do these test knits, do they tell you what wool to get or do you just use whatever you want?
You can use whatever you want. Actually, for this test knit, Isabell Kraemer has come out with her own wool line, but I didn't use that. I didn't have the time to order it and have it sent if I had to have it done in less than a month. So I used what I had. I knew that it was going to be a sport weight. And so I had the sport weight yarn in my stash and I went what they call stash diving and was able to use it. This is the wool that I was going to use for Caitlyn and able to use it for this. And I'm really kind of excited about it. But if you use anything else, like there's different thicknesses in wool, like different sizes.
Right. That's what I was wondering. I was like, how do you know what size to use? Like some of the ones we saw today were so thick and some are super thin like this. Like, how do you know what's going to work and what won't?
Follow what the designer says. And if you change your wool out, then that's when you do a swatch. And when you do the swatch, they give you the exact number of stitches that they want you to get. When you are changing out, let's say for this or this, you'll use a different size needle to get the same stitches that they're calling for. So a bigger needle, a smaller needle, depending. Look at the difference in that.
Right. Okay, so you use a different size needle, but you still stitch this whatever they say to stitch.
Yes.
Okay. They're all so different. After today, being there and seeing how many there are, I'm like, how do you know what to do? Like, do they give you, they tell you exactly what wool to use or what? But
and I don't deviate much. So I have been burned by myself by not following the pattern and the directions. And so I use exactly what they call for and I know the weight. So the weight or whatever wool they're calling for is what I'm going to find. So today when we were at the Flock and Fiber Festival, you could see, worsted, sport weight, fingering, those are all weights of yarn and weights, I almost want to say diameter, and I always keep with what the designer says, the pattern maker, because it's so expensive and it's not worth
screwing it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know me, I'm very type A. Like, I would never deviate. I would be like, you said use it. Oh, this brand? I'm getting that brand. Like, I would be like, this is what I have to get. I'm not deviating from this one bit. So I understand.
Yeah, actually, that is really how you are. And that's not a bad thing.
Thank you. It's my personality.
I know. With cooking, it's kind of funny.
That's why I don't cook. My husband's the
You
cook.
do too cook.
I bake. He cooks.
Going on from last week's or in our previous editions of finding old magazines, I have one here that I think is kind of fun. And this is from Lady Circle, fall of 1973, the needlework issue. And it's a collection of
Oh, strike a pose, queen.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep. So it has the latest campus look in pullovers, turtlenecks, and cardigans. Brand new designers in fall sportwear. And it is so fun to look at. And again, the patterns are in the back. And again, look, there's a lady actually in the office.
What?
Yes, a woman working in 1973. Shout out to my mom who was. And this is kind of fun too. The Chef Boyardee pizza mix, Scandinavian pizza.
That looks disgusting.
With
Are those
eggs.
sardines?
Sardines and eggs. Isn't that funny?
Oh my God.
Anyway, isn't that funny? So it's really fun to find these old magazines, and I encourage you to do it. Oh my gosh.
That's fantastic.
My sister actually wants me to knit her one of these with a belt in the middle. I might take her up on the, yeah, there's some really fabulous patterns in here.
You can get the pattern from the magazine.
I know. That's true. Hey, but what does this look like? This looks kind of like hip and modern now. Or maybe it was 2 years ago.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
That's crochet. That's crochet. Anyway, so this is kind of fun, and I've really enjoyed looking at that. So again, if you go to Goodwill, look for the magazine racks and save some of these. I think that they're a great look into history.
Is that where you got that? You thrifted it?
I think that this one again came from the landfill shop. Reclaim It in North Portland.
It's
I have
probably
so many.
mine.
We're not going to go through them all. There's too many to go through. So yeah.
Oh, I think this is the one they were saying to look at, which is cute. I actually like that.
Pairing off.
I think they said look at page 9. This is page 9.
That's what that lady said on the front. She
Yeah.
wrote in cursive.
Yeah. It looks like my grandmother wrote it.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
this is fantastic. How fun. I love these.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what you're knitting. Let us know if you have any advice.
Yeah, I would love to know what other people are knitting. That's fun.
Yeah. We're also on TikTok and on Instagram.
Yep.
And
We'd love to build a community. We'd
Yeah.
love to.
Yeah, we've been going live on TikTok a lot, and that's fun.
Yeah.
So pop in there if you ever feel like hanging out. If you follow us on TikTok, you'll get notified when we go live. And so it's fun to chit chat and talk about.
It is fun to knit with other people. So bring your knitting and come to our lives and like and subscribe.
Well, that is a wrap, I think, on this episode of the Knit List. Shall we cheers?
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Still have ice in my wine from last week. We had a great week. Thanks for joining us.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know what you're working on. We want to know, and join our TikTok lives and chat with us. We want to know what everyone else is doing too. And have a great week, and we will see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Thanks.